Good evening. Welcome to South Asia Newsline. I'm Gitasha Sharma. Here are the top stories we are tracking for you on Friday, the 27th of May. US urges Pakistan to cooperate with India in 26/11 Mumbai terror attack investigation. 6 Bangladeshi nationals face terror financing charges in Singapore. And now for all the details. 2 militants were killed in an encounter with Indian security forces in country's northern Jammu and Kashmir province. The encounter comes after Indian Army foiled an infiltration bid along the line of control on Thursday night, killing 3 terrorists.
2 militants belonging to terror outfit Hizbul Mujahideen were neutralized in an encounter with Indian security forces in northern Jammu and Kashmir's Baramulla district. The encounter began in the early hours on Friday when a joint team of local police, army and paramilitary force launched a search operation in Kanchipura village of the district after they got a tip-off about some militants hiding in a house.
An operation was launched, a joint operation by the army, police and the CRPF. And we offered the militants surrender, but instead they fired upon the searching parties, which triggered an encounter.
2 security personnel were also injured in the encounter. Militancy remains a major concern in the region. India accuses neighbouring Pakistan of training and arming militants and infiltrating them across the de facto border called the line of control dividing Kashmir.
India is the fastest growing economy in the world. We take a look at how international players are willing to contribute towards India's growth story.
World leaders have been looking at India with optimism amid a grim global economy. Highlighting the steps taken by the government to ease doing business in the country, Power Minister Piyush Goyal vowed investors in Singapore to be a part of India's growth story.
I do feel that the mood is very favorable for India. They can see the India story structurally improving. They can see the demand that India provides. And to my mind, India can look forward to good investments coming from Singapore.
Singapore is an important source of FDI in India. The investors are optimistic about making the most of the opportunities available in India.
We also in India see that probably after this monsoons you will see a private sector investment in capital investments coming back in. So all this leads to, I think for the next 10-20 years, India looks to be a very favorable place to invest.
Power Minister Goyal visited Singapore's Institute of Technical Education or ITE and discussed a possible collaboration with ITE in setting up centres across India as part of the government's skill development initiative.
Moving on, the United States has asked Pakistan to cooperate with India to investigate the 2008 Mumbai terror attacks. It has also asked Pakistan to check terrorist groups operating on its soil.
The United States has called on Pakistan to fully cooperate with Indian authorities to investigate the deadly 26/11 Mumbai terror attacks. Mumbai attacks were a terrible tragedy. We continue to urge the Pakistani government to cooperate with the Indian authorities to fully investigate these attacks. US wants to see justice done and we continue to urge Pakistani cooperation, said US State Department spokesperson Mark Toner. On November 26 in 2008, 10 terrorists from Pakistan entered Mumbai and went on a carnage in a series of attacks, killing 166 people, including 6 Americans. The mastermind of the attack, Zakir-Ur-Rehman of the Lahkar-e-Taiba militant outfit, is yet to be brought to book by the Pakistan government.
The deteriorating condition of infrastructure coupled with local administration's sheer apathy is making life of people miserable in Pakistan-administered Kashmir. A report.
Dilapidated roads are a common sight in Pakistan-administered Kashmir and they have claimed lives of many residents. Despite repeated pleas from the locals for the repair of these roads, the government has not taken adequate steps to relieve the people from their misery. The lackadaisical attitude of the administration and the sorry state of the region has forced Khurshid Awan, a senior resident from capital Muzaffarabad, to resort to a hunger strike. Ever since he began his strike months ago, many officials have assured him of construction of roads and fulfillment of other promises. However, he alleged that they are empty promises as no work has been done on ground yet.
सर कागजों में तो बहुत ज़्यादा तरक्की की सूरत हाल है। अभी जैसे पुल का हम डैमेज हो रहा है, पुल आकर इस पे बुरश पे ऊपर दो पाए ग्रिल को रंग करके दे दिया, ऊपर दिखाने के लिए, ऊपर से चमक रहा है, नीचे के इसकी दीवारों के पत्थर बाहर निकल गए हैं। तामीरात हाईवे वाले, ये इंतज़ामिया वालों को ये करप्शन है, सीधी सादी गवर्नमेंट का पैसा उन्होंने करप्शन में उड़ा दिया है। अभी कहते हैं हमारे पास फंड नहीं है।
Pakistan administered Kashmir, a part of the erstwhile princely state of India's Jammu and Kashmir, was illegally occupied by Pakistan about 7 decades ago. Despite the tall promises by the Pakistan government, it ranks among the most underdeveloped regions in the country. The illegal occupation and the administration's negligence towards grave problems make daily life a Herculean task for the beleaguered people.
Moving on to news from Bangladesh, a Singapore court on Friday charged 6 Bangladeshi men for involvement in terrorism financing activities. These men were among 8 Bangladeshi men who were detained in April under Singapore's Internal Security Act for planning terror attacks back home. These men, who call their group Islamic State in Bangladesh, were planning to return to the South Asian country to topple the government through violent means and set up an Islamic State. In an effort to revive the glory of vocal Indian classical music among children, a 4-day music festival was organized in India's northern Jammu and Kashmir province. The festival saw various performances by talented youngsters.
ये जो प्रोग्राम है, ये इस पर संगीत को क्लास को आगे बढ़ाने के लिए, ताकि उनको क्या सोच है, उनकी सोच थोड़ी चेंज की जा सके। और काफ़ी ये
मुझे यहाँ पे आके बहुत अच्छा लगा और इस तरह के फंक्शंस और भी होने चाहिए ताकि बच्चों का उत्साह बढ़े और भी अच्छे अच्छे बच्चे आए।
Indian platters come in multitude of regional versions packed with small portions of a range of dishes. The Bengali platter or thali from India's eastern West Bengal province is a composite and wholesome meal which is a combination of delicious dishes.
Fish and rice is the staple food in Midnapur district of the East Indian province. The prime ingredients for the Royal Bengali platter consist of fish, bitter gourd, potato, eggplant and okra that are nicely chopped.
মিলেই ব্যবসাটা করি, এবার রান্না বান্না সবই করি দুজনে স্বামী স্ত্রী মিলে। জ্যান্ত মাছ নিয়ে আসে, এটা ধুয়ে নুন হলুদ লাগিয়ে মাছটা তেলের মধ্যে মচমচে করে ভেজে এবার মশলা দিয়ে রান্না করি যাতে মানুষের মুখের টেস্ট আসে।
The dishes are majorly prepared by frying in a deep metal pan along with salt, turmeric powder and yogurt, which are commonly used ingredients in Bengali cuisine.
যে বাড়ির খাবার তো সাধারণত ভাবাই যায় না যে হোটেলে বাড়ির মতো খাবার পাওয়া যাবে, তো আমরা সেই জিনিসটাই পেয়েছি হোটেলে এসেও। তো আজও যেটা খেলাম ভাত মাছ এবং ডাল পোস্ত, তো একবারে সম্পূর্ণ বাঙালি খাবারের মধ্যেই পড়ে। তো তারই মধ্যে আমার বিশেষ করে পছন্দ যেটা হচ্ছে মাছ।
Despite a range of dishes available in the Bengali cuisine, people prefer the platter, which they enjoy eating in the traditional manner of eating with hands.
Well, that's the way it was in South Asia this evening. Before we conclude, the top stories once again. US urges Pakistan to cooperate with India in 26/11 Mumbai terror attack investigation. 6 Bangladeshi nationals face terror financing charges in Singapore. Now our viewers can watch the show on SouthAsiaNewsline.com. You can also visit us on Facebook.com/SAsiaNewsline and follow us on Twitter @SAsiaNewsline. That's all in tonight's edition. We will see you same time next week. Have a great weekend. Good night.